All right, Philip DeFranco. This is Bigg Nate responding to your Google Glasses episode. Um, Look, it comes down to this: Google Glass would be revolutionary. Yes, indeed. I mean, the applications for it are endless. Let's say you're driving down the road, you notice a guy speeding. You could take a picture of his license plate and then forward that on to the authorities, so that this guy would be, potentially taken care of because he's causing a nuisance on the roadways, which could cause to an accident. Those are for law-abiding people. From a coach's point of view, just think of the glasses being worn by a quarterback, a running back, a tight end, a receiver, and being able to see on the field what your players are able to see, and then be able to orchestrate a play, or at least tell them where they need to go based on the information that they're receiving after the play is over. They can call a timeout and say, "Hey, this guy's playing you way outside. He's been doing it all game. We've got, and it's going to change the face of football if they decide to allow that in. I mean, any sport in general is going to be affected by this because you have real time application, to what's being done on the field or on the track or the basketball court, whatever it may be. Coaches will now be able to see not just from the sidelines, but be able to orchestrate and play from the player's point of view, making that team that much better. It's incredible to think that we would be able to allow this in the traditional game, but this is where technology takes us. I mean, I'm perplexed to know why they haven't put a microchip in the football to see whether or not it's crossed the goal line, or a puck to see if it's gone over the goal line, or a soccer ball in FIFA, whether or not it's actually crossed the goal line. These things are very easy to implement and very easy to take care of. It's just one of those things. If you have a purpose for it and there's enough need for it, then make it happen. It's just that simple. Other thing that glasses could do, or the Google Glass could do, um, it could keep your child safe. If you put it on your kid and he's walking in the mall, he gets lost, you'd be able to dial in to see where he's looking at, to see if there's anybody trying to mess with him, or her. There's a number of different things you can do. I mean, and it seems like it's a small enough device to where it can have other applications. Um, Being able to enable it in a smartphone now that they have front-facing cameras, you might be able to find your phone. I know that there's other ways to do it with GPS and stuff like that, but I mean these are just things that you can definitely see that there's applications for. I mean, from a blogger's point of view, obviously it's really easy. You see something cool, you click on your glass, boom, now you're streaming or you're doing your thing. Um, I just it's amazing to me. I shouldn't be amazed, man. I mean, I grew up in the computer generation, but it's amazing to me to know that there's a possibility that technology could do so much good, but there's also the other side, and the cons of this is that for some people it might be a really easy way to record. Well, I guess it's not a bad thing depending on who you are, but you could do porn. All right, you could do a daily journal or digest from your own personal perspective. Um, I mean, if there's a need for it, I mean, you're going to see people walking into the stores, and there are going to be stores that say, "Hey, you need to shut your glasses off," because I know that in certain stores that they don't allow you to take photography. Case in point, Fred Meyer. I used to work for Fred Meyer. We had people would come in with their cell phones or whatever, and now it's a lot more rampant to where people will just take a picture of an ad, or take a picture in the store. And there's privacy laws against that because there's not everybody in the store can actually be viewed. And these are things that are going to have to be addressed. If a person doesn't want to be on your Google Glasses, even though you're able to view them, they should have the right to not be in that, not be part of your video. So if you are a vlogger and you are going out and you are vlogging people, if you're planning on using this video for monetization purposes, you have to get written consent. So you're going to have those forms on you, or at least have the person acknowledge through your glasses that yes, my name is such and such, I live at such and such, and I give permission for Philip DeFranco to use my image. So it's just one of those things that needs to be taken care of, and people need to be aware of that copyright is very rampant, especially on YouTube, to where they do not allow for anything to be copywritten and then monetized. Um, Obviously, I love your show. I think you've got a great premise and concept to it. Um, at first I kind of cheesed you out and trolled you a little bit for the production value because it's basically just a you talking in small segments and then splicing those together. But that's your style, and I respect that, and I think it's actually grown. There's a lot of people that are trying it now. Me personally, I'm a kind of a free form rant guy. I just kind of get on a subject and I just flow, but that's just because I probably have experience doing that on a daily basis, just conversing with people. And I really don't have to think of anything pre-scripted. I just kind of throw it out there for, everybody's consumption, regardless of what I say. And if I make a mistake on what I say, I'll come back and I'll definitely recant it. But the fact of the matter is, this technology is huge. I think it's going to be awesome. I wish I could get the VidCon this year, but maybe next year. Really looking forward to seeing more shows from you. The SourceFed, I watch it every day. You've got a great team. I would like to see a little more diversity in the cultural aspect of SourceFed. Right now, basically, I've seen 4 people besides yourself. Um, Most of them, well, all of them are Caucasian, I would say. And I have not yet seen, if there was, I must have missed it. But, there's no Asians, African Americans, Latinos that are pretty much represented other than yourself, of course. But I think that there is a place out there for them, and they should be included in the SourceFed feed, and it would open up a whole another dynamic, maybe another show. I don't know. Um, but who you have on that show right now are awesome. Elliot Morgan, love him. Um, and for you to actually get a person in a Maxim magazine was pretty cool too. So look, what I'm saying is that you have done awesome with what you've done so far. I want to see you grow. I want to see you excel. Um, and if you need me to be part of that, that's fine. I can do that. I can do that just for you. I mean, it's not every day that you have a larger fat man other than what you have right now in your employment. Especially somebody that is a little more mature than your average demographic that you have right now. Me, I'm 40 years old, but I still watch Philip DeFranco. Why? Because you bring interesting subjects to the internet that I feel are pertinent to what I believe should be reported on. Now, of course, there's lots of stories that don't get reported on because there's lots of filtering out there. But remember, you say that these are things that are important to you today, and that's what makes it so so unique and so inviting for people to actually watch. Is that Philip DeFranco is who Philip DeFranco is inside the camera and outside the camera. So, hey, big props to you. Love your show. Keep it up. I hope VidCon goes very well for you, and anybody that wants to rant or call me fat or whatever, get it out of the way, leave it in the comments below. I don't care. I've been a big person in my whole life, so I understand where you're coming from, and people are going to hate, people are going to troll, and I don't really care. So if you're going to troll, troll. If you're going to hate on me, hate on me. But the fact of the matter is that I am who I am. I'm Bigg Nate. And I'm watching the Philip DeFranco show, and you've just been filled in. I'll see you next time.